In today's video, I'll show you how you'd be able to set up ClickUp for product teams. So let's get started. So I assume that you already have your workspace set up. So if you haven't, then you can click here in the top left. And then from here, you can go for people to add more people into your workspace and make sure that your workspace is for your product teams. Now, next is that once you have your workspace, you want to now navigate the spaces. And this is where you would be able to separate the task or the purpose of each space. So in here this is the highest level of organization here in ClickUp. So for product teams, I recommend creating a dedicated space called something like product development if you are into product dev or whatever niche you are. So I'm just going to go and make that as an example. So I'm going to click here on spaces and click on the plus sign to create a space. And now I'm going to say product development. And now you can add an icon. Click here, and then now you can change the color, and then go for an icon, whatever it is that you want. For example, this one right there. Next is that you can now add a description. So this is the space to talk about our product development task. Maybe something like that. Now, you could also make this private if you only want select members to be included or would be able to see this space. You could enter or just select them right here, but make sure that they are added into your workspace already. Once you're done, click on continue. And then from here, you can now define your workflow. You can go for starter, marketing teams, project management, product plus engineering, depending on which one you would want to do it for. So I'm going to go for project management for this one, and then you can now customize the defaults right here, like the default views, click apps, and then the task statuses. So I'm going to go for the default views right here. You could go for required or default view templates, depending on however you'd want to customize it. But I'm just going to go with the basic one. So I'm going to go click here and create space. And now I would have it under my workspace right here. And now you're going to click here on plus button. And then I can now create a list, folder, doc, dashboard, whatever task you would want to be included into this space. And yeah, that's basically it. If you'd want to do it for product teams, that is the most basic thing that you absolutely must know. Now, next is that you can now use docs for product collaboration. So for example, here in this space, I'm going to create a doc. I'm going to click here on a plus sign and click on doc. And now in here is that we will now be able to see this right here. And I'm just going to put something. So I'm going to go just sample doc. And then from here is that I'm just going to use AI for this. So I'm going to go for slash and then write with AI and write me something about product development. Maybe something like that just for this example. But of course, in your case, just write whatever it is you'd want that would be helpful for you. But since this is just a tutorial, I'm just going to do this. I'm going to click here on insert, and then it will now be prompted in here. Now in here is that since we would want this for product collaboration, is that we just simply need to click here on share on the top right. And now from here, we can now share it into other person by providing their name or email that is included into our workspace. And then we could share the link with anyone. So we could enable that. And then basically anyone, even without access to this workspace, would be able to view this document that you have right here, because anyone would be able to use the link. You could also go for private link, export talk, protect talk, and many more right here. And now lastly is that you also have the option to be able to upgrade your plan here in ClickUp by clicking here on upgrade in the bottom left, because this would be really helpful if you would want more features that would be useful for product teams. Because if you're in a free plan, that would be very limited. So if you go for these paid plans right here, depending on which one you'd get, you would get unlimited storage and integrations, Gantt charts, you get custom fields to track product-specific data, dashboard for real-time reporting, time tracking, and goal-setting features. You get sprint management tools, advanced dashboard and workload views, whiteboards for product brainstorming and planning, timelines and mind maps for feature road mapping, and many more right here. So just pick whatever is right for your budget and your needs. So yeah, that is basically it on how you'd be able to use ClickUp for product teams. Thank you for watching and see you on the next video.